Whoops! I forgot to do something. Hold on. Oops. Oops. That's a big oopsie on my part. Oops. Oops. Hold on. This works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This is just how it be. So I'm just plagued by the infamous English curse. Yeah, welcome to the art stream. Hello. Yes, these are the some of the characters I'm gonna be drawing today, and they're part of my original summer project. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be working on them today, and we'll see what happens. Alright, let's begin. So I'm gonna be working on this character first, Cerise. Ugh. I heard that like Eurovision is like going on today and stuff. I mean, I'm not certain. I'm not kind of keeping tabs on what's going on, you know, back in Europe and stuff as much as I should be. But I hear that like Eurovision's going on right now, and you know, 2021 is like a really good. 2021 is gonna be like, from what I've seen of the lineup so far, anyway. The 2021 lineup looks really, really good. Like, I mean, you don't normally say that about, like, Eurovision songs, because, like, when you go into Eurovision, what you kind of expect is a lot of cheese. Like, a lot of very, cheesy trendy pop songs and stuff that kind of lose their relevancy unless they're, like, something on the level of Dancing Lascia Tumbai or something like that. But otherwise, yeah, generally speaking, you kind of expect like a huge level of cheese with Eurovision, but as I was saying, this year's been really, really good for Eurovision, because like a lot of the entries are legitimately good and fun and stuff, and yeah, it's gonna be a tough competition. I think it's gonna be a really tough competition this year. I just want to know, like, have any of you guys been, like, watching Eurovision or anything like that? Like, it's not something I, like, follow religiously or anything, but I do kind of find it fun to tune into whenever it happens every year, just to see what kind of stuff everyone's up to. You know, do have any of you watched, Eurovision? Even if you haven't, like, you know, it's a good time spender, like, you know, it's fun, it's very silly. Yeah, that's Eurovision. But I wanted to, I guess the reason why I'm mentioning it at all, besides, you know, the fact that it's happening right now, is, well, one of the songs in particular has been, like, for the 2021 lineup, has been, like, in my head non-stop for the past few days. It's, like, it's called, Shum, and it's the Ukrainian entry to Eurovision. It's really good. It's actually legitimately good. Legitimately good. And I think a lot of the reasons why I think it's legitimately good are kind of like, it's not... So, a lot of the Eurovision songs, you know, despite being kind of a celebration, an ostensible celebration of Europe, are kind of sung in English and stuff, but what I find interesting about Shum is that it's literally it's sung entirely in Ukrainian, and it has a lot of like and it's not just that, but it kind of combines like a very modern way of like performing music, like modern, I think, techno music, I think, with traditional Ukrainian farming songs, like traditional songs that welcome in the spring, when, you know, spring happens and stuff. And I find that's like a really rare and cool combination on Eurovision, especially compared to like all the other lineups in the all the other lineups right now. It's really cool. So do give it a listen. I legitimately want to see more from this artist, I believe it's Toa or something like that in the future. It's really something special. I'd highly recommend giving it a listen. A lot of people are suspecting that it's gonna like be it's probably gonna do really well in Eurovision stuff. That or like Italy's entry where they like literally submitted, I think they submitted like a rock band, like quite a well-known rock band over there, and they also had a really good song as well that they contributed. Quite like, quite pushing the bar for a Eurovision song too, because like a lot of Eurovision songs tend to be rather tame. But, yeah, I mean, from what I've heard anyways, the Italian lyrics of the song Italy's Entry Band, Italy's Entry Band are quite, yeah, they're something, from what I've heard. And I think the other, there's some other good entries there as well, but for me personally, it's that one, it's Italy, it's definitely Ukraine, or it's Iceland actually. So there's so the interesting thing about Iceland's entry is that they were really well received. Something about they were well received last year before Eurovision was cancelled for their song. I think it's like Something About You and stuff, which is about the composer's. It was about the composer's daughter, I believe, and his, and his feelings about her and stuff, like just about like, I'm interested to see what kind of person you'll grow up into, that sort of thing, and just wondering about that, which is really cute. But I feel like I like his song for 2021 even more, because it's a song to his wife. It's called 10 Years. It's basically just talking about how much he loves his wife, so I have to respect that. It's very sweet. It's got a nice funky disco beat as well. I don't know, it's more down to earth compared to a lot of the other entries, and I think for that alone it's a lot of fun. Also, just Iceland's a pretty awesome country in general, and yeah, so I hope they do well. I hope they do well as well. I'd be happy if they win. Yeah. But I think my my number one pick will still have to go to Ukraine. I think Ukraine just really knocked it out of the park. Also, like the music video for their song is really cool too. It's like, can we combine Ukrainian landscapes with kind of steampunk, cyberpunk aesthetics and stuff, and also allusions to like the recent history of Ukraine, specifically like the nuclear disaster in Chernobyl and stuff. It's legitimately, it's really something else. You can tell they put a lot of thought into that song. So yeah, Shum is a really, really good song. Yeah. But in terms of other Eurovision stuff, I mean, the only other songs that I think, I still like really remember in recent memory are like Australia's Zero Gravity, I think, from the 2019 composition, which is kind of like this weird combination of ballad and opera vocals. And as an opera singer myself, I have to pay attention to that stuff. It's kind of like it's an interesting combination. And then there's like what else? I mean, there's Dancing Lascia Tumbai, and then there's the intentionally bad songs in Eurovision, like Love, Love, Peace, Peace, and Irland Douze Points and stuff. And then one time, like, Celine Dion, I think, performed in Eurovision, which was cool, I guess. But other than that, like, I think my knowledge of Eurovision's kind of limited to that. Oh yeah, and also Conchita Wurst for her, like, really good performance of Rise Like a Phoenix. That was gorgeous. Yeah. Honestly, I want to check this out now and see what my extended family's country has done. Thank you for sharing this, Mado. Wait, what country does your extended family come from? I'd be interested to hear, because I could, if I recall correctly, I could try and pull up the, it's just fun to, like, see what kind of songs your country comes up with. Unfortunately, you know, I come from the UK. I'm a citizen in the UK as well as the US, so I'm kind of saddled with a lot of questionable songs. They have a good entry this year. I hear the UK has a really good entry this year, but most of the time UK has really, really bad entries to Eurovision. They really don't try at all. Montenegro. I wonder if, you know, I wonder if they had anything in Eurovision. I wonder. I think they might. I'm not sure, though, because they're like, if I recall correctly, they're like 80 different countries submitting, and some of those countries aren't even in Europe. Like, Australia is allowed to enter in Eurovision, and they're definitely not in Europe. But even so, yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting, yeah. Worry that any Balkan entry is going to be a national anthem. Nah, I feel like, you know, in Eurovision, it's less going to be like a national anthem, and it's more like they sing the song in English, and they just kind of make it pretty, like a generic love song or generic fight song or whatever, and they don't really do anything else. That's kind of what more Eurovision kind of leans towards. Like, if anything, you don't want your song to sound like just like a generic wannabe chart topper or whatever, because that way you're, I think your song's definitely going to be forgotten about, I think. Yeah. What I feel like the key to winning Eurovision, for me personally, is to just be showcased, like, whatever the hallmarks of where your country, like, hallmarks of your country, and stuff through song and dance, I suppose, if that's the best way I could put it, and just, you know, make it interesting, make it stand out, which is why, again, I really loved Ukraine's entry, because it really did, you know, just go like, yeah, we're not going to do what everyone else is doing, we're going to sing our song entirely in Ukrainian, and, you know, talk about Ukrainian historical events and Ukrainian culture specifically, you know, and we're gonna, you know, incorporate that stuff within our song directly. And I think that, you know, again, does a lot for it. That does a lot for Ukraine's song. That one was really good. Speaking of Iceland, though, you know, I mentioned it a bit earlier. I'd love to go back there someday. I went there once with my family when I was 14, and I remember really, really loving just being there. It's a very unusual country, you know, just being kind of situated nearby an active volcano and really running primarily on geothermal energy and stuff. So a lot of the electricity and heat is super cheap there. And it's also just a very small place in general. Like, there's only one main road around the entire country. And I find that's kind of a very strange, unique feeling, I think. Just driving, you know, I remember just driving along the country just with my family, and it was, you know, it felt very different because there's just vast land masses of rock and stuff, and, you know, when you get outside of Reykjavik, you know, it's really just a lot of wasteland, like a lot of wasteland and stuff, and it's just, and a lot of more, like, well, wasteland maybe isn't the right term. It's more like there's a lot of, I guess wilderness is the best term I could use. It's a very, you know, it's got this very strange, you know, very strange, isolated feeling that I kind of dig. I guess that's how I can, I guess that's the best way I could describe it. Hello! I'm doing well. Hello, right? I'm doing well. Thanks for coming along to my stream. I appreciate it. Are these characters from the same setting as Theo? No, they are not. They're from a very different setting as They're from a very different setting. They're from a different setting altogether. Very different setting. This is a setting that's going to be just unique to this, summer project and this summer project only, really. I'm not talking about it much because I want to keep it under wraps till I release it by the end of August, hopefully. But yeah, I just kind of want to keep this all, under wraps. Yeah. Just being quiet and, quiet about it and, yeah. And hoping you all enjoy it once I release it. Yeah. Is Magda going to be part of it, though? Yeah, Magda's the main character. Magda's the main character of this story. She's gonna be the main character. But these are just the other characters from the setting. These are gonna be the other, these are the other characters of Magda's story. And, you know, I look forward to, talking about them more, as things go on. I've also been, you know, kind of outlining, you know, fleshing out the outline for my story as well, so that's what I've been doing behind the scenes right now. I'm not on the actual coding part of the game yet. I want to do that once I've finished, dealing with the, story, once I feel it finished, grappling with the story itself and going from there, I believe. Yeah. Hello, my name is Sarish, and I'm a cartoonist artist that likes to make creepy, disturbing, and something cute characters and drawings, and I'm speaking Scots. Hello! Hello, thanks for coming along. You know, that's pretty cool. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for coming along. I actually have a friend. I have a friend who speaks. I have a friend who also speaks Scots. Scots too. Her name is Remy. She might have seen. She sometimes pops up in streams and stuff, and she also speaks Scots as well. So I guess if you ever run into her sometime in another stream, you two might be able to get along. That might be cool. Yeah. Also, yeah, Eve, who's the character I'm drawing right now, she is a Four Eyes. She absolutely is. You want to... I'm not going to say much about her, but what I'll be saying is that by the time you read my story, you want to be calling her more than Four Eyes. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say about Eve, who's the is the character I'm drawing right now. Hello, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you're there. Glad to see you're there. Yeah, gotta put the back hair here. Do 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 do. One thing I do worry about, though, when I'm, like, drawing, and, when I'm, drawing, is that my poses are, like, really stiff and stuff, and, you know, I guess in part is because, you know, to save time and stuff before I work on the actual game resources, since this is just reference material for me, you know, I use the, symmetry ruler for a lot of these poses and stuff, which might be why some of them come across as, fairly stiff and stuff, but at the same time, you know, I just wish my poses could be less stiff and they flow better. But I guess I'd probably need to improve the sketches for to do that, you know? Yeah. Would you like to hear a cat joke? Sure. Sure. Why not? I love cats. Why is the tall girl disgusted by your existence? I appreciate the sentiment, though. The tall girl is disgusted by your existence because she is a very... Cerise, who's the character I'm drawing, she is a kind of, she's not a very, you know, she's a bit, you know, kind of, I'd say, I'll leave it at that. I'd say she's not the most pleasant of people. I'll leave it at that. That's kind of why she looks the way she does. Yeah. So, that's why she looks like she's disgusted by everyone's existence. Yeah. definitely gonna need to fix this to make her look like she's looking down in disgust rather than, yeah. What's a cat's favorite TV show? Claw and Order. But oh god, I'm trying to think of a counter joke to that. Oh, I think I've got a decent one. What's a cat's favorite medical TV show? Meows. Meows. How did the mom cat know she was pregnant? Her test was positive. But let me try and think of another one. What does the what does a cat say when they're exasperated? You've got to be kitten me. Or you must oh wait, no, that's not gonna work. Dipped out to see the Ukrainian song, and my god, the flute. Oh yeah, no, the flute also makes it too. It's like, if I recall correctly, the flute, you know, was also like based on part of the traditional singing too, because it's like the pipes that a lot of, I think, shepherds would pipe to bring their sheep back in and stuff. It's really good. I really like that song. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. The flutist really does go, the flautist really does go hard. It's like, it feels incredibly unapologetically Slavic, and I'm here for it. I really dig it. Again, we just need more songs like it. It's so good. It's so good. Are all your stories connected a la Yoko Taro? Do you have a Madoverse? I'm not quite sure yet. Because some of my others, like the other stories, the ones with like Victorine and Madeline and stuff, I'm not 100% sure yet as to whether I want to do a Yoko Taro thing, like with connecting all my stories or not. I mean, I think it would definitely be cool and interesting if that did happen, because I think Yoko Taro is a really good storyteller from what I've seen. But at the same time, I'm not sure yet. I'm really not sure where I want to take this. This is, I feel like, you know, as of right now, I see this as kind of a self-contained project, but we'll have to see, like, you know, as my storytelling evolves and stuff, we'll have to see how this goes. Yeah. We'll have to see where my story goes. But yeah, no, Yoko Taro is a really cool storyteller. I'd really love to play one of his games someday, like Nier Replicant or Automata, or even, well, not so much play, because I hear that the gameplay is shite, but Drakengard 3. I do really want to watch a playthrough of Drakengard 3, because I love a lot of the concepts in it. Yeah. You could be like Stephen King and make a retroactive Mado cinematic universe. Oh man. I don't think, you know, I don't know. I feel like, you know, right now, I want to start small with, like, my stories. This is already a step up from, like, the other visual novels I've, written with original characters and stuff, because this is going to be longer, and I'm going to be developing this over, I guess, 3.5 months, rather than my usual 1 month for a game jam, pipeline for visual novels. Yeah, but, But yeah, we'll have to see, you know, we'll have to see where I go from there. We'll have to see where I go from there, and I hope a lot of people receive, you know, this, I hope a lot of people like this game when I come out, because, you know, it comes a lot from, with the themes and stuff, it's a bit different from what I've normally been, putting out in my work, and, like, especially my written work until recently, and, you know, I hope that a lot of people can resonate with this story, too, and they like the characters, even though it's not gonna be the longest stories or anything like that. The grandma looks positively menacing. Oh yeah, no, Amaris is absolutely that kind of, she absolutely does have those, kind of vibes. Absolutely, menacing vibes, and, yeah, she's gonna be interesting, I think. Not, I think, the most prominent character out of all of these characters, plus of course Magda, but, I feel like, you know, we don't have a lot of old lady characters and stuff, so, you know, I might as well, I was like, I'm just gonna shoot my shot and make an old lady character, and that's how Amaris was born. The most terrifying for me is the angel. They have that kind of smile, the nice villain smile. I see you've noticed Zero. They sure are something. Yeah. They're going to be a very prominent character in this story, I think. They're actually a character I've had for a long time, longer than, you know, the story. But I wanted to kind of use them in something, and I think this story would be, you know, I thought this story was the appropriate story to kind of finally use them and stuff. Yeah. There is a massive shortage of old ladies, especially in anime. Oh god, you don't know the half of it. Like, you know, they sometimes... I mean, I guess I'll bring up Fate Grand Order as an example, but Fate Grand Order has a good supply of old men as servants. Like, I mean, it's not huge, because most servants are summoned in their prime, and so they're usually young and hot, but, you know, sometimes you get old men servants, like, old Li Shu Wen, or Moriarty, or who else, or Moriarty, or I guess I'm trying to remember who else. Oh yes, there's that guy from Yagyu Munenori. Those are the old guys of Fate that I remember. And Fate has like Fate Grand Order has like no old woman. The oldest woman I can think of is either Raiko or Lady Crane, who was recently released, and both of them don't look like anything past their like late 30s, 40s. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think, you know, FGO and definitely other gacha games and shows should step up with their old ladies and stuff, because old ladies are cool. We need more characters like, I don't know, Dola from Castle in the Sky. She's awesome. And there's oh god, and you know, even the Fate series itself, there's still like a lot of really awesome old ladies. Like in Case Files, there's a really prominent member of the Clock Tower who's, you know, very much an old lady, and she's awesome. Yeah. I want older characters for everything. Yakuza 7 and Disco Elysium showed that people will care if they're well written. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no. And I feel like, you know, given how well written a lot of Type Moon properties, particularly, you know, and Fate Grand Order is, especially for a gacha game, like, there really is no excuse at this point. They should put in old ladies where they can. We need more old ladies. No! Yeah. So those are the, holy shit, what are those? I need to get rid of those. That's bad. Let me just, clean that up. Same problem with Shadowverse. Men, all huge, all badass. Women, kawaii. I guess Fate has a slight advantage over that, because Fate does also have very cute men and very, badass, women and stuff, but it is true that there is like a lack of, you know, older women in it, and that kind of makes me sad. I'm like, where are my old ladies? I think Fate would absolutely benefit from older ladies. So yeah, that's just my take. It's just my take. Yeah. Alright, that's the lineup of characters. Now to turn off the sketch layer and to begin working on the flats. But before I do any of that, I'm just gonna make sure that all my characters are on the same level. So I'm gonna just kind of gonna, yeah. Ugh. There we go. But yeah, I was just saying earlier about, like, what was it? About, like, drawing and stuff. I feel like a lot of my poses are pretty stiff compared to, like, some other artists and stuff, and I just, you know, I just wonder if there's a way to kind of, remedy that, and I think, you know, I think I'm gonna need to improve my, way of sketching somehow. I don't know. Like, I just feel like a lot of my art is pretty stiff compared to other art I see on Twitter, and I'm just like, how do you make your art less stiff? How do people do it? I don't understand. Yeah. You could practice pose drawing with Ina. I mean, I do, like, I've been a little bit out of practice with this, but normally speaking, I do, like, pose drawing in the morning. I do pose drawing from, like, photo references in the morning just to practice, my skills, to test my abilities, if you will, as Sasuke Uchiha once said. But, yeah, I feel like it's just about a matter of time and practice, I think. Yeah. Matter of time and practice. I use a lot of K-pop action pose references. Gives more life. You know what's also good for poses? Pixel art, especially low res. Yeah, I know, I actually agree. Pixel art would actually be a really good idea. I should actually try and do pixel art again. I really love drawing it. I really love drawing it when I have the chance. I'm a little bit, you know, I haven't done it in a while, but pixel art's really fun to do, and I love doing it, you know, when I have the time. Yeah. I use a lot of K-pop action pose references, give more life. I should probably do that too, like, I mean, when I'm on Pinterest, sometimes I use, like, you know, fashion photography and stuff like that, because those also have, like, a lot of dynamism and stuff. Those also have a lot of, dynamism. Yeah. I'll check your, right, I'll check your, message on, I'll check your message on Twitter, like, after, you know, once Twitter, you know, becomes unblocked for me tomorrow, because, you know, I try to keep off of Twitter most of the time. It's kind of not super great for my mental health to stay on there most of the time, and so, you know, for my own sake, I try to stay off Twitter when I can, so that's why I, you know, that's why I try to, you know, so that's why I won't probably be able to, respond immediately. Yeah. No, what I mean is, like, so I need to clarify, you know, I have this app on my computer that, kind of prevents me from accessing, that kind of blocks off websites that, like, are distracting and stuff, and the only website I really put on there is Twitter, because if I stay too long on Twitter, then I start kind of I start doom scrolling, and I start going down, like, a kind of rabbit hole of, bad takes, and I get really angry and upset for the rest of the day. So to prevent that, you know, I kind of prevent myself from going on Twitter by using this app to block off Twitter for several hours of the day, so, which is why I only post at very specific times of the day, which are, I think, 11 a.m. and around 3:30ish for if on days where I have a stream, and around 4 to 5 o'clock on days where I don't have a stream. So that's that's kind of my schedule on Twitter and stuff. So I just kind of limit my access to it so that I can A, focus on my work more, and B, just not doom scroll or do anything that would be terrible for my mental health or expose myself to anything like that for too long, so that I can just have time to decompress and stuff. So that's what I mean by unblocked. Yeah, Twitter is just not. It's not great for me, so I'm just trying to stay off there as much as I can. Yeah. God, I'm trying to do that manually and it's rough. What's the app called? Well, the app I'm using, as far as I'm aware, is a Mac only one, I think, but it's called Self-Control. It's called Self-Control, and that's the one I use. It just it just prevents me from it's, I think, the best out of all the apps that does that, because it's really simple and no nonsense about it. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, and there's like no way out of it once you've started the timer, so it can help you prioritize other things in life, which is good. It's very on the nose. Like, even the icon is extremely on the nose, because it's like a symbol of a spade with a skull on it. It is extremely on the nose about what it is and what it aims to do. It's basically just like, we're gonna kill you from, we're gonna kill those websites that keep on distracting you, and that's exactly what it does. So, yeah, that's self-control. That's self-control. Yeah. I hate feeling like I need to avoid it, but sometimes a hole is a hole. Yeah, that was definitely what I felt like around last year, where I had like a really bad Twitter addiction, I think. I say addiction, but it was more like, just an addiction to the conflict that was very prevalent around there, particularly in the fandom space that I was in. So I don't know how many of you guys are aware of this, but I was, I think around last year or stuff, I was a lot more of a active participant in the Fire Emblem Three Houses fandom. And if you know anything about the Fire Emblem fandom, as with most fandoms, it's a cesspool of bad takes, and it's a cesspool of bad takes and just and stuff like that. And so like just I routinely just continue to expose myself to bad misinformation. Well, not misinformation, but just bad takes on characters and pairings I loved and stuff. Just like really mean and cruel fights constantly, and it would just exhaust me all of the time. It was just constantly exhausting to witness and stuff. But I craved, there was that constant it was that constant craving for I had a constant craving for validation on that website of like, how do I put it? Of I need to I need to be constantly treated like I need to be constantly seen as good and pure by everybody, so that I don't get in trouble, so that I'm not harassed. And I was harassed by people in the Fire Emblem fandom for, well, just speaking out about, just really, really small things within the fandom. And I mean, and by small things, I mean just like, literally just saying like, I don't care, I don't care whether you like or dislike this one completely harmless pairing or not. Like, I don't really care whether you dislike it or not. I just ask that you don't act like an asshole towards people who do ship it, and that you just, and that it's important to a lot of people for a lot of reasons. So to just kind of discredit that is just really mean. And I was, I was quote retweeted to hell and back by really mean parts of the fandom. And since then, I've just been kind of a lot less, I don't know, I've been a lot less keen on posting my takes, my opinions on things in public, because I knew that if I did, I would kind of face that sort of stuff. Yeah. Maybe it's best if you didn't come back to get that again. Yeah, no, I have no intention on coming back to the Fire Emblem fandom. It's a cesspool. And, as much as I love the characters and the story of Three Houses and stuff, it's just, I have no intention of going back there. I have no intention of going back. Maybe for like a unconditional it's just not right. Yeah. Oh no, shippers. That's absolutely correct. Like, everyone was at loggerheads with one another because of all various reasons. Yeah. It was just like, it was basically like, how do I put it? It was like the shipping wars that I witnessed on Tumblr, but 1,000 times worse, because, no longer was it just like, it was really emphasized that if you shipped this thing, you had some sort of a moral failing. And I'm not talking about stuff where people would normally make that sort of thing. I'm talking about stuff like, a pretty innocuous ship between two women who have like 3 years of an age gap between one another. And because, pre-time skip, they were student and teacher, they are automatically like, toxic and promoting, grooming and stuff, according to these people. Post-skip, when they're no longer student and teacher. And, there's a whole lot of other stuff with that. There's a lot of stuff with that pairing that make me just really suspicious of that take as well, where, like, the teacher in question, Byleth, the protagonist of the game, is like this completely unaware, completely harmless, like basically harmless and unaware character. Whereas the other character involved, Edelgard, is this extremely aware, extremely intelligent and savvy woman who just who just conducts like an entire coup on the Garag Ma when she's like 18, and is just a lot more aware and savvy than Byleth ever will be. And it's just, it's that sort of thing that just makes me wonder, that just makes me go like, okay, but, with all that considered, it just makes me wonder, like, what are your priorities here? Why are you, don't you have anything better to do than just harassing young, particularly young queer people about, like, this pretty harmless shit? Yeah. Yeah. Man, Twitter wouldn't like Clamp manga. You don't say. I mean, it's interesting, though, because a lot of them do like stuff like Cardcaptor Sakura. A lot of them really like Cardcaptor Sakura, but, yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting, I don't think they'd like, I really don't think it's not great. It's not great. Teens dating each other. Awful. Teens killing each other. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess, I saw unironic Elren support in 2021. You tell me I see unironic Shingeki no Kyojin support in, 2020, 2021. No, I think we're getting into a bit of kind of uncomfortable, discussion territory, so I'm probably gonna leave this off here. But I think, to summarize, I feel like just a lot of those, shipping discussions in the Three Houses fandom were completely unnecessary and just really stressful for everyone, I think, and just, I don't really want to go back to that, I think. Yeah. Which is way worse. It's alright, no, I kind of brought up the discussion myself. But yeah, I just, the Three Houses fandom has a lot of, I have a lot of unpleasant memories from that, so, yeah, that's kind of why I just don't really want to do anything much for it anymore, even though I still retweet fan art for the game sometimes, and, sometimes I'll talk about Edelgard vaguely, I guess, but, it's not super fun, and also just everyone's kind of moved on from the game onto, like, Genshin and stuff, so, what's the kind of point about talking about it anymore when the only people left in the fandom really are just the people who are really dedicated to it, or just, like, I guess, some kids, I guess, I don't really want to hang around, I suppose, yeah. Fandom is awful, but draws good sometimes. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like, it's very much a double-sided coin. Like, you're gonna hear a lot about the fandom awful and stuff, and, I think through me not really wanting to participate in fandom anymore after Three Houses is a good indicator of how I feel about fandom now, but, there is no denying that there is some good that comes from fandom, like some fan meetups, some fan games and stuff, and I think Vtuber fandom generally has been one of the better fandoms I've seen, and don't get me wrong, there are some kind of, I have seen some scummy shit going on, in the, Vtuber fandom firsthand, but, at the same time, it's mainly based around just, like, supporting indie creators and letting them kind of do their own thing and be their own fun anime character, fun fictional character, and I think that's really cute. I think that's what's really appealing. It's just about, like, supporting a creator for doing what they do, even if they are kind of just role-playing as a anime girl 90% of the time, or, in my case, as a cactus fairy. Yeah, it's really, it stems from a very genuine, sense of, I love this creator. I want to see them create things for forever, and I want to see them, just do good things. It's really nice. No, Mado, the Vtuber fandom is not exempt as long as they exist. I mean, like, I never said that the Vtuber fandom was exempt. I just said, like, it's not... I don't even know who they are, but, I just think it's, like, it's all good. Yeah. It's just more like you kind of have, like, lots of little microcosms of people you support in the Vtuber fandom, and you just kind of stick to your ushis, your stands, or whatever people call them nowadays, and you kind of stick to them and you support them through thick and thin. And I think that's, a much nicer way to live, just kind of living in a community of, I really love this person and I want to support them and their creative work under this name. Yeah. Yeah. The Mado fandom is nice. I guess to turn it around, it's neat that VTubing has big pros and people with personal avatars. Oh no, that's I think one thing I really love about the VTuber fandom. Actually, one thing I really appreciate about it. Because, before VTubers really came around, I would have never considered streaming at all. Like, I just would have probably just stuck in my little artist hole and just produce art all the time, I guess. But, I suppose what I really like about the VTubing fandom, what I really love about the VTubing fandom is that it's just, or just VTubing in general, is that it allows people who otherwise would not be able to stream to kind of share themselves, be authentic to themselves, and, have fun as a person on live streams, and I really love that. I really love that a lot. It's a great form of self-expression. You basically get to dictate how you appear to your audience, and what I also really like about it too is how it's just given a lot of, you know, made streaming so much more accessible to a lot of people. Like, it's, you know, so for instance, I've seen several mute VTubers, like mute VTubers come and, you know, join the community and participate actively. Like, there's this one virtual YouTuber called Whisper VR, who's this robot VTuber, and they're formerly mute VTuber, and they use their VTubing, like their vocal synth software, to their advantage to like to create this whole persona of them being a robot. And I think that's seriously cool. Or like how there are a lot of VTubers who have like, you know, these different like these different medical conditions, and they're allowed to entertain and be, you know, just be treated, and they're just allowed to be, you know, allowed to hang out and just be, you know, seen on the same level as everyone else, which is, instead of just being kind of put down or patronized because of their conditions and stuff, which is really cool. Like, take VShojo's Iron Mouse, for instance. Like, she has she's an immunodeficiency disorder. She's a immunodeficiency disorder, and so streaming is a really huge part of her life. That's why she's so dedicated and so happy about streaming as an outlet, because it enables her to just be herself and, you know, to experience, like, and it really is a huge part of her life, because it just enables her to have fun and be herself without being, like, patronized and stuff for having this immunodeficiency disorder. Yeah, it's really cool. Or, you know, they're like, you know, they're to a lesser extent, like Kiara Takanashi recently talked about her battle with fibromyalgia, and Amane Kanata has, you know, slowly going, I think she has like, there's one syndrome she has where she's slowly going deaf. I think she's slowly going deaf, and so that's why she tries so hard to sing, because, you know, she sings to her fullest, because she's probably not going to be able to hear in a couple of years, which is why she sings to her fullest. It's stuff like that. And that, you know, makes VTubing really something special to me personally, just because it's allowed so many people to just talk about themselves and to just be themselves and have their own interests without being, you know, kind of patronized or looked down upon. Yeah, I really like that a lot. Oh yeah, Hitomi Coco is another one. Thanks for bringing up her welts. She's a that's actually another one I've heard of, another one I've heard about too. Yeah, I know about her as well. She's really dedicated to, like, you know, EDM and like drumming and stuff, and she's really cool. And I love how she's like the VTuber face of a Japanese organization for that highlights like people with different physical and mental disabilities and just, like, you know, talks about their experiences, like, in this really fun and casual way. I really like her a lot. She's cool. And her design is really cute, too. Like, I love her 2 different contacts with her little sparkly eyes. It's really cute. She's really cute. I love her. Hitomi Coco is great and very underrated. Yeah. Her model's left eye has got a star in it. Yeah, that's really cute. I think she's just got a really cute design in general, and I just love her taiko, her traditional Japanese influenced design as well. She's really cute. Yeah, I love that. Hitomi Coco. But yeah, no, they're like, you know, there are a lot of VTubers who are just kind of like suffering, well, not suffering, that's not the best word, who are just like, you know, kind of facing all these they're facing all these different day-to-day things, and you know, to normal stream, if they are streaming normally, that would be kind of inaccessible. Normal streaming would be inaccessible to them, but, you know, doing VTubing has just kind of opened up a whole new world for all these people, and I think that's just really, really cool too. And not to mention, like, you know, we're not just talking about disabled VTubers too, even though I've mentioned them a lot. But we're also talking about, like, you know, queer VTubers and especially like trans VTubers and stuff, who, you know, will use, like, I don't know, a really good example would be Solnako or Mocha Liebeskind, who are both like really cool VTubers who both really cool VTubers of that ilk, and yeah, it's really cool. And also, yeah, also just for shy people too, like shy and very conscious people, wearing the mask, not having to show your face on stream is great. You know, speaking about myself personally for a bit, that's kind of why VTubing has really appealed to me, because, you know, in real life, I'm quite a shy person, you know. I'm quite a shy person. I don't, you know, find it easy to talk to people, and so just being a virtual YouTuber has helped me a lot. It's helped me, you know, gain my confidence and talking. Whoops. It's helped me gain my confidence and image, camera, the library. So let me pull up this Mado reference. So yeah, that's why I find it really cool. It's really awesome. It's really awesome. Yeah. Now it's just coloring in all these other flats, I suppose. Yeah, lots of flats here. I've got Tally Hall's Ruler of Everything stuck in my head right now. It's a good song, actually. Like, I know people have memed on it to hell and back, but it's actually really good. Do you like how I walk? Do you like how I talk? Do you like how my face disintegrates into chalk? Do you like the accent? I got a beautiful wife, I got a powerful job. She criticizes me for being egocentric. You practice your mannerisms into the wall. Yeah, you get the idea. These uniforms. Boarding school. Well, you'll see. You'll see when, I release more information about this story later on. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna keep myself cagey. I'm gonna keep it cagey right now. Wait, I drew the wrong leg. Oops. Oh, if we're talking earworms, the Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker theme. I don't even play this game. You know, I've actually been considering getting into Final Fantasy XIV. I really love the character creator system. I downloaded it for a little bit just to play around with the character creator, and I really love that. And I hear that there's, like, extensive amounts of fashion and character customization, so I'm just like, oh, I'm so tempted to get into this game. Oh, I want to play it so bad. But I don't know, I hear that once you get into the game, it's a huge time sink and you, never get out. Yeah. You slobber over clovers on the side of the hill. I was observing the birds going in for the kill. Yeah. I don't play 14, but male Vieras. Woo! Finally, equality. We get bunny boys, and we're gonna get female Hrothgars later. So I'm excited for that too. We're finally getting gender equality. And that means male bunny boys and female lion people, I guess. It's gonna be great. Final Fantasy XIV just seems like a lot of fun in general, and, you know, I've heard a lot of good things about the expansion too, particularly Shadowbringers. I really want to go through Shadowbringers and just... I want to understand why people were obsessed with the Catboy. I really do. I want to understand why people were obsessed with, I believe it's Grahatia. Like, why did people like the Catboy? I want to know why people like the Catboy. Tiger Woman! Arturia time. To be honest, I'd see Arturia is so small that I probably wouldn't be able to see her as a Hrothgar. If I'm gonna be honest, Lalafell Arturia, just because she's so small. Kind of like the Harvin in Grand Blue Fantasy. If anything, I remember Charlotta is like directly based off of like Arturia, because Arturia really kickstarted the whole Lady Knight anime girl trend. But Arturia is like the best version. By far, I love her. Let me just see if I got the ribbon right as well. Oh no, I got it wrong. Just my luck. Let me just put it here and put it here, put it here. Everything indicates 14 is the best Final Fantasy game in the last 10 years or so. But yeah, that's true. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I'm just, you know, I really just want to be a either a, what is it, an Aura or a Harvin. I mean, not a Harvin, a Lalafell. I feel like either one of those would do me well. Either one of those would suit me. I'm not sure. Guys, if you play Final Fantasy 14, or if you have any passing knowledge of it, what do you think would be the best race I should play as if I you know, get into Final Fantasy 14? Because I'm trying to decide between either playing as a Aura, a cat girl, or a cat girl, or as a Lalafell. I need to think about this, and I'm still kind of indecisive. Because, you know, I mean, Lalas are really small and cute, and I like being the small and cute class in MMOs and RPGs and stuff, but I'm just not sure. But Mado, you are a Lalafell already. Oh shit, you're right. Maybe I should just be a Lala then. But also the Aura are so cool. They're like dragon people. And you can like they're just so cool, and you can have twin tails, and I love that. But I don't know. Be the hugest big girl, then. I mean, Aura aren't that big, right? I think Hrothgar are bigger than Aura, right? I don't know. Oh, I'm getting more indecisive. I guess I'll have to wait till I try to get back into Final Fantasy 14, and then I'll probably have to make a decision. Ugh. Maybe it should be this color. Yeah, no, I think this color would go better. Just then it would blend in with her hair, so that's not right. So maybe I should just go like, well, maybe there could just be two outcomes. Did you know that the five Final Fantasy 14 Nier content is 100% canon? Yoko Taro is insane. If you're super swamped this year, I recommend waiting till November. Yeah, I feel like, you know, I want to wait till, like, I have more extra time on my hands, because I'm going to be doing my final year of university, like, around November-ish, so I probably might, you know, I actually might need to wait for a couple, I don't know, I probably will need to wait for a while, because, yeah, I'll probably be working on my thesis around then, and getting sucked into a very extensive MMO, from what I've heard anyways, is going to be a huge time sink, and yeah, with everything else I'm probably going to be juggling around then, it's probably not going to be probably not going to be great. Probably not going to be great, yeah. Ugh. But I want to find out why people are obsessed with the cat boy. I really want to understand why people are obsessed with the cat boy. I'm just probably gonna finish off Maria's outfit, and then I think I'll probably call this stream done for today. Yeah, it's been a lot of work, and I'm gonna still need to work on this further when I get off stream. So there's that, I suppose. I would try my hardest to ruin the appeal of cat boys by hacking up furballs anywhere. That's why they don't tell you about cat boys. They just have zoomies everywhere. They sit on you when you don't want them to sit on you, and yeah, the furballs, disgusting. Ugh. Did I mention the litter boxes as well? They like stink like hell. Ugh. Freaking cat boys. Also ruining furniture. Oh no, absolutely. And curtains. Don't forget the curtains. And stealing your things and ruining your whatever woolen clothing items you have. Yep. That sounds like a cat boy to me. Oops. This is what I do. I sit on you. Absolutely. They're like, cats are just like, oh, you're working? Too bad. I'm going to sit on you. I'm going to sit on you now. I'm gonna be like, you know, you want to work so bad. Well, too bad. I'm gonna sit on you, and I'm gonna, you know, prevent you from working, and just, you know, and you're gonna have to give me attention until I go away, and it's not gonna be for like 2 hours, and you need the bathroom. Well, that's too bad, because I'm here now, and you have to pay attention to me. That's what cats are like. I love them, by the way. I would die for my cats, but, yeah, that's the kitty owning experience. Yeah. So I think that's my drawing for now. This is what I have right now, and I'll try to, get it I'll try to get it more closely done over the next couple of days, and I'll probably just release these characters one by one on Twitter, giving them a brief introduction while I work on the game itself. Yeah. So thank you for coming to my stream. I really appreciate it. Sorry that my you know, model isn't really working today. Decided to be out of commission for whatever reason, but, you know, I had a lot of fun working on this, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow for my first episode of my Deltarune stream. I really hope you guys will enjoy it. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you so much for coming along to my stream. I super duper appreciate it. And I hope you have a very, very good Saturday evening. But for now, ciao! Wait, what? I got myself unstuck? Hold on. Oh wait, no, yeah, I did! I got myself unstuck from my pot! Yeah! I'm free! But for real now, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!